How's it going, guys? This is Mouseball, and this is the AttackMouse Nation, and welcome to Motoring with Mouseball. And guys, today's video is brought to you by Elite AttackMouse Nation member and super contributor Roger Gusty, Elite AttackMouse Nation member and super contributor JG Mopar, Elite AttackMouse Nation member and super contributor Denise Shumko, and Elite AttackMouse Nation member and super contributor Maxwell Duncan. Now guys, I'm back with Turbo Tom, and Turbo Tom wants to show you his brand new mirror caps that we just put on minty green. Now we're gonna get a close-up of these because Mama Mouse and I decided to do a brand new repaint on these mirror caps. Now what he's gonna do is turn on the actual flashlight on his phone, and as you can see, we've got a lot of gold and silver mini flake in the mirror cap, along with the Lamborghini Oro Elios. Now, instead of the Scorpions, which we kind of had before, we actually went with a 500 logo for this, and this little slash is actually an S for the 500 Sport. So that kind of works a little bit better with his particular setup. Now, what we're planning to do is we're planning to get a 500 Abarth race car. We're going to build one and collaborate together, and what we are probably going to do is take his old dash out, do a 500 dash in the same gold and black with the heartbeat, and just take the Scorpion dash and just move it over to the Black Mamba, which is actually what we're naming the brand new Abarth when we get a hold of it, because one of our members, who shall not be named, might actually be getting rid of his car. So it's better for him to sell it to someone in the family as opposed to getting rid of it with somebody else who's just going to get rid of it 6 months down the road when they figure out they don't know anything about the car anyway. But as I've shown you guys before, there's little Teddy Ursa and the Grinch, and it kind of goes with the whole Verde Cairo, theme that the car has. But now that it's actually pretty dark outside, now I can actually show you guys a better representation of this hood. Now it really shows up on the camera. So what this actually has is 6 LEDs, and these 6 LEDs can be done in several different patterns and different speeds. I can either speed it up, I can slow it down, which as you can see I'm slowing it down as I press the button, or I can speed it up as I press the other button to speed it up. Now I can change to a solid color like this red. So if Meryl's in angry mode, well, we got red. If Meryl's in, hey, I want to be like Yoda, don't judge me by my size, well, we have green. And I can turn it off. I can change it to blue, which is actually Meryl's native color, Meryl's blue water mouse. And that's why the car is named Blue Mouse on the, and orange for Orange Man Bad. But nevertheless, this kind of like middle of the road green is actually very close to the Verde Cairo, so that's pretty nice. But we've actually got an opportunity to open up so much area that if Turbo Tom moves in closer, you can actually see the valve cover, you can see the exhaust, and you can see where all this actual heat is coming out of the car. So that's actually a very nice touch, to complement the artwork that's on the other side of the car, which has all the different water style Pokemon that Mama Mouse and I happen to like a lot. Now on the actual other side right here, you can see that the cheeks are nice and illuminated with a very nice glow, subtle, not too crazy, not super bright, but only bright in the areas where it counts, like right where the engine compartment is. So what we'd like to do with minty green is kind of add a little bit of that ambiance as well to Turbo Tom's car as well. But we haven't decided whether we're going to do a hood vent on this car. Honestly, Jess thinks that he should just keep the hood relatively enclosed for the moment and just do gold graphics on it, because the hood vent can be kind of a pain in the ass, during the wet weather, and actually having parts of the engine exposed to water is not a good idea. but we're hardcore over here, so we like doing things this way, and you know, being able to show our skills and abilities with these exotic cutouts that we've been doing on Meryl and Mouseball. They're not going to be for everybody, but rest assured, Turbo Tom has one on El Blanco Diablo, which actually is not only functional, but like Turbo Tom has said, has worked out in the rain quite well. I mean, the car is built like a tank, and that's why we love these cars, because the only way they break is by owner negligence. You know what I mean? But I'm going to take the phone over, and we're going to have Turbo Tom tell us about what we're going to be doing in June. On the schedule, we might actually have a rally. I'm hoping to Space Coast.
Yeah, we're trying to get some rallies going there. As far as my time, it's been pretty difficult since I'm working 6 days a week and hard to get weekends off. But we want to do a rally. We want to get the family together. It's time. It's been a couple of years. We got some updates that we're going to be doing on El Blanco Diablo as far as our theme. We're not mentioning the theme, but it will be the only one in the Western Hemisphere. There are several versions of it in the UK, but nobody has even come close to it in the United States. So we want to be the first for doing that. We're trying to get a 595 bumper on there. We'll see what happens with that. We'll do some modifications to the bumper that's there right now. We're going to improve the color scheme, do some engine work on it, and get everything rolling for it.
Yeah, El Blanco Diablo is going to be an all-out show car, kind of like Mouseball is. And pretty much we're going to go with the Italian theme on the inside of the car, very sparsely. And as far as the graphics, now see, here's the thing. The guys in the UK, they wrap their cars.
Yeah.
They don't really put the whole-on paint. So the thing that's going to make El Blanco Diablo different from every other Abarth over in the UK, up in Europe, and everything is the fact that it's going to be hand-painted.
Exactly.
And that is actually...
The heat here just destroys
everything.
Vinyl, so.
Yeah, so vinyl is a bad idea to have for an actual, you know, graphic layout for his Abarth. So as you guys saw with the Lamborghini Hydra Green and the Ferrari Rosso Magma, that's actually what we're going with. And the actual Bianco Crystalia, which is a color that Mama Mouse came up with. Jessica actually came up with dumping a whole bunch of metallic silver flake, very small metallic silver flake, to where it literally, you know, bedazzles the whole freaking car. It's crazy the way it looks in the sun. It's just blinding. But that's pretty much how the whole car is going to turn out like. We're going to be building a new wing for Mouseball, and that wing will end up on El Blanco Diablo as well. Plus, not to mention that, a underbelly pan and a new diffuser. So pretty much everything that goes on Mouseball will be in some variation on El Blanco Diablo, but different, you know, because obviously, you know, we don't copy here. We just alter the design, you know, depending on the car and the person's, you know, ideas on what they want their car to be. So when you see a hood vent on, you know, Mouseball, well, it's not the same hood vent that's on El Blanco Diablo. If you see a painted interior in Mouseball or in Meryl, well, it's not the same color that's going to be in Minty Green or El Blanco Diablo. And that's the big difference. Yeah, you could probably say, hey, a lot of the mods are the same, but the execution and the way we do them is far different than anything that could be done on these cars. And it's all legitimately done by hand. All the ideas are come up by, you know, Turbo Tom, Jess, and myself. And that's something that a lot of people can't say, because, you know, most people just dump money and, you know, throw it into somebody else's hands and let somebody create the vehicle for them. You know, Jim has had a great amount of input on Minty Green, on El Blanco Diablo, and how we're going to actually put these cars together. But nevertheless, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay wealthy. And remember, if you want to know the truth about Turbo Tom, remember to subscribe, because that video is coming up soon. Take it easy, guys.
I'm excited to learn my own truth.
It's a good truth, trust me. It's not like the VH1, you know, stuff.
Okay.
It's actually a pretty good one. All right, take it easy, guys. Mouseball out.